First, I would draw a distinction, as Sylvia and Hewlett does, between sponsorship and mentorship, right? And a mentor is like someone who gives you a half hour of their time, right, and expects nothing in return. Whereas a sponsor is a much deeper relationship, right? And I realize I too, in sort of ordinary language, sort of use the words interchangeably, but I really like this distinction because I really strive to be a sponsor as well as a mentor, because sponsorship was the thing that really helped me advance in my own career. So part of this is, as anyone will tell you, it's like nobody gets anywhere in life without sponsors, right? And so part of the obligation as a sponsee is to pay it forward. But I think that the thing that I'm realizing increasingly, really, as every year goes by, is that sponsorship is really a two-way street. It's not like a pure act of altruism, right? Because the people whom you sponsor are, first of all, your legacy. They're the people who are kind of carrying your work forward. But they're also just the joy in your professional life, because they will actually help you get better, right? So the difference between a mentoring relationship and a sponsoring relationship, the biggest one for me, is that a sponsorship relationship is a two-way street, where the sponsee is actually making the sponsor think harder, think more clearly, write better, right, have more influence, right, than they otherwise would have. So just by way of example, I had a student, David Glasgow, right, who was a brilliant LLM student from Australia. He took a seminar with me on same-sex marriage, now a decade ago. And then, he went off and graduated first in his class, and then started to work here in the public interest, office. And then later on, when I was starting my center, now, 6 years ago, on diversity, inclusion, and belonging, I needed an executive director, and I reached out to him and I said, "You were such a brilliant student, you were a terrific research assistant on my book, would you be interested in being my executive director?" So he said yes, happily for me, and it's been an extraordinary ride, and I can't imagine doing what the center does without David now, to the point where he's now my co-author. So the book that I most recently published in February was one that David and I co-authored together. And so you really see that these relationships can be lifelong relationships, and they're really not, again, just pure altruism. Hopefully there's some altruism there, right? But the sponsor often gets as much from these relationships as the sponsee does.